Hey folks, it's Mangrel. Welcome back to the channel. I'm checking out another motor. This is the RCINPower SmooX 1404 3850 kV, and it's made by a professional motor manufacturer. That's a good start. Inside the box, we have some bags. The first bag is the motor itself, and the final bag are some screws. It looks to me like we have 3 different size screws. No C-clip, no extra bushing. That's a bit unfortunate. The motors themselves are quite pretty. I do like this gunmetal color of the case along with the orange highlights. You can also get blue highlights instead, but you know what? Orange is faster. And other than that, it is a very conventional design. We do have a one-piece case, so this is a Unibel design, and the motor cables themselves are 26 gauges. So nothing too extraordinary, but it does look pretty in my hands here. These motors do come with an exceptionally long motor cable. Doing a quick measurement here, this looks to me like it is almost 6 inches, perhaps 5.75 inches. That is quite long, but more is always better. And then doing a quick weight check, these motors weigh 9.97 grams, so a little bit on the heavy side, but we do have a lot of extra cables, which we will be snipping off. I've gone ahead and installed these new motors in my daily flyer. This is the Quadmilla Siren F3 Split 3-inch freestyle quad, sub 250 grams. I did also go ahead and do a fresh pit tune using my go-to software, which is Pit Toolbox. I will link you in the video description to my pit tune, to my Betaflight dump file, along with any other links that you need if you are looking at these motors. All the video footage you're seeing is directly from either the Goggles recording or the onboard recording of the DJI O3 Air Unit. I don't use any kind of stabilization, so no software stabilization, no hardware stabilization. What you're seeing is truly the way that the actual quad is performing. So if there were any kind of shakes, jitters, wobbles, any of those weird characteristics, you would be able to see it shown in the actual video footage. So I'll let you gauge how these motors are performing based off of what you are seeing. So we are definitely in a cold winter day with lots of white snowy stuff on the ground. So I'm going to go a little bit easier as I don't want to crash and burn something out in the snow. But first impression is that the motors do seem to live up to their SmooX kind of name. The flight felt very smooth, the motor seemed responsive, so I was quite happy on the first day out. Now, again, with motors, this could be more of that kind of placebo effect where you think that things are performing better because perhaps you have a slightly better pit tune, perhaps the weather is a little bit less gusty, so the quad performs better. It could be any of those kinds of things, but definitely on the sticks, the quad did feel quite good. The motors felt powerful, they seemed efficient. I did get fairly good performance out of this cold day. So on the first day out, I was quite happy. Unfortunately, I did catch a branch and ended up crashing exactly how I did not want to crash. So that ended up cutting day 1 short. The next day out had better weather, but unfortunately the snow was replaced with mud and with standing water. But really the second day felt almost exactly as the first day. The quad performed quite well, the motors were responsive, they were smooth, and they also felt quite efficient. And flying it around, I did not see any kind of weird flight characteristics. I tried to push the quad a bit more as well to try to induce some prop wash, and really I didn't see anything. So these motors seem to be performing and really living up to their SmooX kind of name. I did also do a couple of full throttle punch outs just to make sure that these motors were performing as expected. Now, of course, with the colder weather, the batteries can't deliver their full amperage, but we still did pull 43 amps from the battery packs, and the quad did gain altitude quite quickly. So I'm quite happy with this performance. Ultimately, it's quite difficult to gauge whether a motor is actually performing better. There are just too many variables out there on the field, but my gut tells me that these motors are quite good. I also did notice that I got a good 4 to 4.5 minutes of flight time, which to me is unheard of given the colder weather. So all these signs are pointing to a really good performing motor. It's a bit unfortunate that they're just a bit more difficult to find than other motors out there, especially at a higher price point. Hopefully you like this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and stay tuned for more videos.